The way you're hiring support agents right now is going to absolutely destroy the customer experience and potentially your entire business in 6 months. I'm talking to the VP of Ops who just posted another rec for 20 entry-level agents, the HR director who's using the same job description they've been copy-pasting since 2019, the CX leader who thinks you can just backfill your way through this AI transition. You can't, and here's why. For decades, contact centers worked like pyramids. You hired 100 people at the bottom to answer phones, reset passwords, reads from scripts, etc. You had a few team leads in the middle, maybe 1 or 2 directors at the top who actually understood the business. And it worked because the bottom of that pyramid was essentially a training ground. New hires could pretty easily learn on the job and practice on relatively low-stakes interactions. Can you read this script without sounding like a robot? Great, you're hired. But here's what's happening now. AI is resolving between 41% and 80% of routine interactions without a human ever even touching them. Those password resets are automated, billing questions are answered by virtual agents, and bots provide proactive order status updates before customers even ask for them, which means the training wheels just fell off your entire customer support operation. Bots are now handling the basics, and human agents, with all their human empathy, are taking on the most challenging customer service requests. When you hire someone now when they take their first call, things are a little different. It's no longer, hey, can you verify this address? It's, I'm going to put you on the phone with an absolutely irate customer whose subscription has just been charged twice, who has already spent 20 minutes arguing with a virtual agent, and who is currently threatening to report you to their bank. That ramp-up time is completely gone. Agents are going to have to dive right into the hard stuff on day one. That means that your hiring and onboarding processes for agents have to change if you want to avoid instant burnout, plummeting customer satisfaction rates, and sky-high agent attrition. And I think everybody wants to avoid that, right? So what replaces that pyramid? The diamond. The bottom tier is now software. Your entry-level workforce is a fleet of AI agents running 24/7. That's your new tier 1. And in the middle really explodes because somebody has to manage all those AI agents. Somebody has to validate their work. Somebody's got to catch the mistakes that they're making. And somebody has to be there to step in when they inevitably face something that they can't handle. You don't need agents anymore. You need 3 completely different types of people. First is the AI orchestrator. This person doesn't take calls all day. They supervise a team of bots, of virtual agents. They're monitoring dashboards. They're watching where the AI is getting stuck. They're retraining models. They're stepping in on the 3% of interactions that actually need a human. Think of them as the managers for all your virtual agents, not as traditional customer service reps. Second is the T-shaped expert. So these are your deep specialists. This is the person who can negotiate a 6-figure retention deal. It's the fraud investigator who can smell a scam in 3 seconds. It's the person who handles the edge cases that are so complex that no AI is ever even going to touch them for the next decade. You need fewer of these people, but you need all of them to be absolutely exceptional. Third is the M-Shaped Supervisor. So it's not a people manager in that traditional sense. This is somebody who's fluent in AI workflows across multiple domains: sales, support, customer success, customer experience, you name it, they know it. They understand how these AI agents hand off between departments. They're generalists who can see the entire system and optimize it. So this is the diamond. It's thin at the bottom because that's the AI agents. It's thick in the middle because that's where all your human agents now live. And it's still pretty thin at the top because, hey, at the end of the day, leadership is leadership. Here's the problem. You cannot hire an AI orchestrator based on a resume anymore. Why? Obviously, because that job didn't even exist 5 years ago. There's no certification for it. There's no degree. You can't get on LinkedIn and search for somebody with 3 to 5 years of experience managing autonomous AI agents because that candidate doesn't exist. Traditional hiring practices also evaluate candidates based on resumes, college degrees, years of experience, self-reported skills, job titles, recommendations from strangers, and predictable interviews that all honestly pretty much include the same questions. This is about that paper ceiling that we talk about. So skill verification, objective hiring based on proven abilities and real-world simulations, not a diploma or family connections, is finally taking center stage in hiring. And it is going to, in my opinion at least, dramatically improve the customer experience and the employee experience. Skill verification is about evaluating and verifying a candidate's technical abilities and soft skills by having them complete specific tasks, take structured assessments, and solve the kinds of complex real-world problems that they're going to be faced with in the role. And by the way, you can use AI itself to help you scale this. AI-powered skills verification platforms can analyze how candidates problem solve in real time. They can assess their judgment calls, and they can identify patterns that predict success in orchestration roles. And these are things that these old school resumes are never going to show you. And once you've hired them, by the way, that evaluation framework has to change too. When you are evaluating new hires, please stop measuring average handle time. I really don't want to have to spend all of 2026 repeating myself on this. Average handle time punishes human agents for handling the hardest stuff that the AI couldn't figure out on its own. Of course, it's going to take longer. It's supposed to. So what do you measure instead? Well, you start with outcome certainty. You might also want to look into resolution quality, your AI escalation rate. So you're going to want to look for metrics that actually reflect the new reality, which is where your human agents are that premium tier. They're not the budget tier anymore. That's the AI agents. You also want to look out for this job-hugging trap that we're now seeing. So here's the great news. Agent turnover, unbelievably, has dropped. We've moved away from the great resignation to the great stay. That's essentially job-hugging, where agents are staying not necessarily out of engagement, but out of fear. They're doing just enough not to get fired. They're managing your most important customer relationships while they're totally checked out. So if you don't build lateral career paths, if you don't give that support agent a way to move into AI agent training or quality orchestration, you will have a stagnant and disengaged workforce holding your most valuable relationships hostage. So the diamond path is what fixes this. It creates new rules, it creates new paths, and it really shows you new ways to grow in this AI era. So here's the truth. In 2026, AI agents are the ones that are filling those low-skill, entry-level positions. Your human agents are now your premium tier. Are you paying them like experts? Are you training them like experts? Are you structuring your org chart like they're the experts? Because if you're not, I can guarantee you your competitors already are. Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm Katherine from the CX Foundation. And if you like this video, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.